Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to tell you all about dating in Cambodia. Well, I'm going to try. You know, somebody suggested it. I don't really talk that much about it, and the reason I don't is because I am horrible at it. So, taking dating advice from me is like getting advice on ethics from Donald Trump. There are just better sources out there, but I will tell you what I know, what I've experienced, and what I know others have experienced, and hopefully that helps you out somewhat. But just remember, results are not typical, and I offer no guarantees on your success in the dating field once you come here. But before we get started, I want to remind you that I have books for sale, and you can help support the channel by buying a book or two or three or all five. And there's a link down below where you can find those books. And if reading isn't your thing, I don't judge you, or maybe silently, but I don't judge you. And you still want to help support the channel, I have links down below where you can donate directly through PayPal or Ko-Fi.com. And I want to say thank you to everybody who donated last month for my birthday, and have already donated this month. I really appreciate it, and you've really helped us out, and I hope we can keep that going. So check out those links, and thank you. All right, so here's the thing about dating here in Cambodia. It's like almost anywhere else, for the most part. I mean, men are men, women are women. And trying to find a date can be intimidating. It can be hard, especially if you've been out of the dating scene for a while and not quite sure how to navigate that whole situation. But of course, just like with every country, there are different things to take into consideration. Cambodia is no different. There are some cultural and religious aspects to dating here that you should be aware of. And like I said, I'm going to give you my experiences and things I've heard from other people, but they probably won't apply universally to every single person. So please just keep that in mind. So as far as how to meet somebody and pick them up and ask them out, you know, that's up to you. Everybody's different. I don't have any tips for you on pickup spots or or anything like that. So, you know, you're going to have to figure that one out on your own. But once you get to that point, I can give you some, let you know what to expect a little bit. The first thing you should understand is that not all Asian women are subservient, as you might think. You know, there's that stereotype that they'll kowtow to the husband or the boyfriend, and you know, you command them and they go and do things. Now, for the most part, women here like to give the illusion to men that they're in charge. But all it takes is going down to the local markets. Any of the local markets, Sacha, Salu, Sasamaki, Sakralan. Go to any of those markets and you tell me who's in charge. Because you're going to find out real quick, any of these local shops around here and local markets, that is the women that are in charge. They are running the booths, they are doing the business, they are selling the things, and even though they might outwardly kind of give the impression that, yes, the man's in charge, I'm just here to help out, that I think that's just an illusion. They're getting more and more independent, and that's a great thing. They're in charge of a lot of business here, a lot of income, a lot of the economy. And the thing is, we all know whoever makes the money has the power. That's just the way the world works. And they will be very nice to you. They will do your laundry. They will cook your food. They will clean the house, the apartment. They'll take care of you when you're sick. They will do all these things. However, if you've never seen a Cambodian woman pissed off, trust me, wait until that happens. Wait until that person thinks that you've done something very wrong, whether it's true or not, but wait until that person thinks you've done something wrong that cannot be tolerated. And yeah, all the perception of who's really in charge and how subservient they actually are is going to go right out the window. So just be prepared for that. Culturally, this Cambodia is very, very family oriented. There are going to be expectations from foreigners that should an emergency happen in the family, and this might be people you haven't even met yet because you're in the city and they're living in the village, and uh, whoever it is you're dating moved here to the city for a better opportunity. But there are going to be expectations that you pitch in for all that, and some people will try to take advantage of that. We'll talk more about that a little bit later. But for the most part, that's going to be the expectation that you're going to help with mom or the auntie needs an operation, and family can't afford the $600 or $500, whatever it is that you're going to do your level best to pitch in. Because you're not just going with one person or marrying one person, you know, you're attached to the family more than you would be back in the West. So you should be prepared for that. You are going to have her family there, whether you like it or whether you don't, for as long as you're in a, a relationship. But here's the good news, is that on the other hand, like it's kind of easy to find somebody to date here because they don't have the same expectations of outward appearance, let's say, that you do in the West. Like, it doesn't matter if you're old. It doesn't matter if you're, like me, very ugly. It doesn't matter if you're a heavier person, a larger person. Because being older and being a larger person is actually seen as a plus, because obviously you can afford to eat a lot, their thinking goes. And so that shows them that you have some financial stability, that you're going to be able to take care of them, and they're going to receive a level of financial stability that they wouldn't have otherwise, with their jobs making 100 or 150, 200 bucks a month. And that's really all they want. Now, there are people everywhere in the world, doesn't matter where, there are certain people that are going to look at you as a walking ATM machine. And they're just going to expect you to give and give and give on ridiculous things all the time. And you don't want a relationship like that anywhere. And it's hard to fall into that trap of, because they'll sell you on the fact that, oh, they're going to be good for you, they're going to do this and that, but then things will start to happen, makes you realize, man, she's just draining me dry here. So do not be fooled by the pretty face and the kind smile. It's just like walking in the dark late at night over here. It's a lot safer than it was back home, but you do have to have your wits about you. You do have to use common sense. And just because you know it's safer, that doesn't mean you can, let your guard down and do things you normally wouldn't do and put yourself in a situation like that. So all I'm saying, there are some women like that, but I found, and again, this is my opinion, that they are far less than what some expats would have you believe. You don't hear that happening a lot. You do still hear stories, horrible stories about people being ruined financially by some women. But generally, it doesn't happen as much as you think. And most women here just want a better quality of life. And if you can provide that, they're going to provide you with all the care and comfort and take care of your needs that you could want. And being an older foreign person to them is a sign of that stability. So don't worry about what you look like. Don't worry about how old you are. Don't let that stop you. That's actually a plus here, as far as I've recognized. There is also the religious aspect here. It's 98% Buddhist, and there are several holidays a year that are very, very important culturally for Buddhists, and those are going to be, it's going to cost money for those. People want, the Chum Ben is a very important religious holiday, and you're expected to have new clothes, maybe some jewelry. There's all these ceremonies all week long, very traditional Buddhist ceremonies, and every time you go to one of these ceremonies, it's going to cost you. You got to bring something to share amongst the monks. and you have to pay a little money for the blessing or the ceremony or the thing and the this and the that. So yeah, it's not like one big expense, but it does whittle down, if that makes sense. There are, little things here and little things there, and by the end of the week, you're spending more money than you normally would. But that's expected for these religious holidays. And even throughout the year, without these big religious holidays, every so often, the person you're with might want to go receive a blessing, a water blessing, something for good luck, or, whatever religious thing they do. And every time you do, that's going to cost you a little bit of extra money as well. So just be aware of that that's going to be expected of you, because you don't want to mess with the religion here. That's all I'm saying. Whether you believe in it or not is not a thing at all. The fact is they do, and as the foreigner, you are going to be expected to foot the bill for that. Also, something I'm just going to mention, because this happens with me and Singlai a lot, is that we have different tastes in food sometimes. There are certain foods here that I just don't like, that she loves. Therefore, it's not going to be a matter of just buying a dish for us to share. So it is an extra expense when, she wants to get Prohawk. You know how I feel about Prohawk. And then I'll have to get something else. Whereas normally, like if it's something like Kaw or a dish like that, we'll just buy one big portion, and then we'll cook rice at home and share that. And it's fine, and it's filling, it's delicious for both of us. But sometimes, like I cannot get her to eat a hamburger. I had a hamburger meal, value meal the other day. She likes French fries, so I bought an extra large French fry for her. And I don't understand why she won't eat a hamburger, because everything on that hamburger I know she likes and I know she eats. She loves beef. She loves lettuce, she loves tomatoes, she loves onions, she loves pickles, and bread, and that's really all it was. But she refuses to even take a bite of a hamburger. I don't understand it. Got everything she likes. It's just in one package. I don't know. Maybe it's the sauce they put on there. Maybe. But there are going to be those little differences on what you like and what you don't. If you eat something and you tell her you like it even though you don't, you're going to be eating that for a long time. So just be honest right up front. If you try it, you don't like it, just say I don't like this. I prefer this, and that will be okay. But just something to think about, because that's another cultural thing. Certain foods here they're not familiar with and they probably don't want to try. They're so used to what they've been eating, and we are like that as well sometimes. So that's just something get in the back of your head as well. But overall, it's a great experience. And if you can overcome those cultural and religious obstacles, if all those things are fine with you, it doesn't take much to make them happy here. It really doesn't. Give them $10, let them go get their hair done and get their nails done. $6 an hour massage. So for less than $20, man, you could have a very, very happy relationship. Whereas back home, that might cost upwards of $200 for all that stuff all together. So, yeah, overall it's a good thing. You don't have to come over here looking. Trust me, they will find you eventually. That always happens. An older foreign guy sitting by himself. Yeah, you'll probably get approached. No guarantees though, but it's happened. It's happened. Even happened to a buddy of mine the other night. We were sitting there. He took us out, had a few beers. Thank you. You know who you are. And yep, they saw him sitting alone, and he was approached, and so it will happen. That's all I'm saying. All right, be sure to check out all my links down below. Like I said, I have PayPal and Ko-Fi.com if you want to donate directly. You can buy my books. Check out all the other channels listed below. I think you will like them if you like this one. And check out my other channel, Horror Reads, if you want to hear about your next favorite horror books. I upload a video there every 2 or 3 days with my latest reads. All right, from Siem Reap, Cambodia, I will talk to you guys in the next one.